Hey everybody, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy. And today we're going to do an unboxing video. Today we're going to unbox a Figure 2 pack, and it is the most appropriate Figure 2 pack of all time. This is R2-D2 and C-3PO from The Force Awakens. So let's take these guys over to the toy studio and cut this thing open. Let's do it. Come on. Alright guys, here we are today with a toy from The Force Awakens. This is a Figure 2 pack of R2-D2 and C-3PO. So let's check this guy out, or these guys, excuse me. And as far as I'm concerned, the most appropriate Figure 2 pack of all times. And before we get into unboxing this thing, which we are going to do, just want to quickly spin the packaging around and let you guys see the whole thing. And what you get on the back is, of course, more toys they're trying to promote and a quick description of the characters, and I'll go ahead and read that to you real quick. A loyal and dependable astromech droid, well equipped for starship repair and computer interface. Even after decades of service, R2-D2 continues to be full of surprises. And C-3PO. A fastidious and worry-prone protocol droid, C-3PO longs for more peaceful times, but his continued service to Princess Leia keeps him in the front lines of galactic conflict. And of course, they're describing their situation in The Force Awakens, because that's where this toy's from. And you can see here in the picture, 3PO has his red arm. But let's do this, guys. Let's unbox this thing. Whoa, and it comes with some kind of, looks like, whoa, really big accessory that connects to R2 somehow, and we will get into that here. Just want to put it back together because it seems to be falling apart. Okay, we will get into that in a second here. I want to check out the figures first, though, and you can see there seems to be two projectiles in the packaging. Oh, very interesting. They're like soft and squishy. I've never seen that before. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to put those to the side for now. And here's what the guys look like. Of course, probably the most iconic Star Wars characters there are, R2 and 3PO. And there they are from The Force Awakens. And let's get a closer look at them here. I'll put R2 to the side for a second so we can get the camera to focus on 3PO. And this is a very nice 3PO figure. He doesn't have the foil on him like some of them do. It's just kind of a gold-colored plastic. And of course, as you can see, he has the red arm. Very nice detailing on him. I really like this figure. Okay, and real quick, let's just run through his movements here. And so you, of course, have side-to-side head movement. I don't even think the real 3PO can move his head up and down. So, or the actor in the costume. There is no real 3PO. And, of course, you have arm movements at the shoulders. There's no waist movement, and his legs do bend a little bit, but that's about as far as you're going to get out of him, because just the way they have the legs cut out, they only move about that far. So, but very nice figure. Okay, and let's check out R2. And, okay, so like most R2 figures, because there's a lot of them, the dome does spin, as you can see here, and the legs move from side to side all the way around, both legs. And this is one of the R2 figures I've seen, or one of the few I've seen, that does not have the middle leg in him, so there's no middle leg on this figure. But if you pick him up and spin him around for you, I'm going to pick him up and spin him around, I'm sorry, so you guys can get a good look at him. Very cool. Okay, so also in the packaging, what we have here is it looks like a small attachment that attaches to R2. I don't see any instructions or anything on the book, on the packaging. I don't see anything like that. So we're gonna have to figure this thing out on our own. But it almost looks like an R2-D2 backpack with some sort of launching device. And of course, he did not use this in the movie, or it did not appear that I can recall. And sometimes when you get these figures, they put little extra accessories on here. And as you saw earlier, this thing comes apart. And it looks like there's just a little peg here and a little slot in the middle piece. And it just snaps together. And I suppose they did that so it doesn't get stuck on R2. I really couldn't tell you why they did that. But here it is. And let's see if we can get it on him. And it looks like if you look closely here on the inside of this thing, there's little brackets or mounts that fit right on top of R2's arms or legs. So let's see how it snaps on there. Okay. And you just kind of push down, you'll hear it snap. And I gotta be honest, it looks cool. I think they should make a shoulder launcher for R2. Why not? It'd be a lot more useful if R2 was walking around with a couple shoulder-mounted cannons on his body, wouldn't he? Anyway, that's not a bad idea. Try that in one of the films. Why not? So it doesn't really want to stand with it. It makes him a little top-heavy. So there he goes. Okay. So also what you get here are these little projectiles that go into the launcher, and of course they look like electric bolts or electricity. And as I showed you earlier, the tip of them are almost rubbery, and the rest of it is hard. So it's very interesting. I've never seen one like that before. So let's go ahead, and of course you do get 2 of them, one for each launcher, and let's see if we can get these things in here and make them work. Okay, so you just push them in till you'll hear them snap or click. Okay, and there is R2 fully loaded for bear. He's ready to go. And now some of these launchers, what you're going to come across when you have these launchers is some of them will actually have little buttons on them that you push and will launch the projectile, and this is not one of these. Then there's a second version they put out, which is this kind, and as you can obviously see, there's a large stem from the projectile poking out the back. And so the way you would launch this thing is you push down on it and it's going to release it. Boom. Boom. All right. Awesome. Okay, so if you look on the projectile, there's this little slotted piece or piece that sticks up on the shaft right here, and there's these 2 little teeth, and that's what keeps it in position. So you can hear it click when you slide them in. And as you can see on the hole, there's a little, the way the hole is slotted, you want to put this rectangular piece facing up so it goes into the slot, like so. And that's so you know you have it in the right position, the right direction. And you just push it in, you'll hear it click. And let's see if I can do this with him standing so you guys can see him shoot. And so what you want to do is you just want to push down on them, and that's going to release them for firing. So we'll try to do that here. Whoa, I did not mean to do that so quick, but here you go. Let me see. Boom. Wow, these guys go really fast. Okay, but this is works very well. They load easy, they stay in, and they shoot really easy. So here we go, one more time. Push down. Boom. Boom. And they're going very fast. You guys can't really see them. So, oops, I just shot one across the room. That's not good. Here we go. One more time. All right. But there you saw R2 and his electrical bolt launcher, I guess is what you'd call it. I don't see a name for it on the packaging, but it just snaps onto the top of him. But one thing it does is once you put that on there, his legs don't really move, and when you move them, it pops it off. So just be aware of that. But there he is, everyone. Let's go ahead and take this thing off him. And he stands much better when you take it off. And of course, there is his partner in crime, 3PO. But there they are, everyone, from The Force Awakens. This is a figure 2 pack of R2-D2 and C-3PO with the red arm. And of course, you have the launcher for R2-D2 as well in the packaging. But thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye.